Welcome back, YouTube. General Soul back with the finale of Lunar, Eternal Blue. For real this time. We are going for the final dungeon to end the epilogue. So, any preparation I would do, we're about to do here. You need to protect your party members from one status ailment, specifically the ones that are slower than Gene and Hero. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? We want to protect them from... Okay, we'll put that on Hero. That's good on Ronfar. For the most part, we're okay. I mean, it's good to protect your party members, but in all honesty, there's only one enemy that actually has a chance of damaging you, and they just do straight damage. This is it. So make sure you are prepared. And I think we are. The one thing I forgot to do is rearrange my party back to normal. And it took me a couple of fights to realize that I've still got it set up for that last boss because I was texting someone, so I wasn't really paying attention until I looked up in one battle. I was like, oh, I need to fix that. So, but as far as where to go to Dalton. And then you remember when we went through the Starlight Woods and we came by this place before? Go back to it. I just cut out the exploration. And these stairs are here now. This one has another... The conversation in here has another case where in the original PS1 version, they screwed up and put the wrong profile on there. It was, once we open this up, instead of Hero's profile, it was Ruby's. So it was, again, very confusing. It's like, okay, you can tell Ruby is talking because Hero's profile is talking to Hero. But they just left Ruby there for Hero talking and then for Ruby. And it's like, really? But again, they fixed that in this game. So we got to do the exact same thing we did at the beginning of the game. We have our Star Dragon pupils. We need to insert them into each eye. And that will open the door, and this is the part that I'm talking about. That on the original PS1 version, it had Hero's profile. But anyway, head inside. This is the Star Dragon Tower. As soon as we enter, we are talked to by someone saying that if we want to go to the Blue Star, we need to show our bravery and our strength. These enemies, I mean, I wouldn't say they're any tougher than anything else we've fought. Just, like I said, there's one enemy that you are going to get hit by, and they seem to be in every battle. So be ready to heal almost every battle. Alright, so, first enemies. We have Master Mirror and Bronze. I didn't see it. Alright, so I cannot tell you what any other enemy does but the Master Mirror. If it is turning horizontal and glowing, then it's going to fire a laser beam that's going to do a little bit more than 100 points of damage to a single target. The ones turning vertically come up and hit you once. They're not too bad so long as they do not all gang up on one party member. Everything else is slower than even Leo, so you should be able to clear everything out in one turn. Just use your usual strategy, burning anger, and go all out with everyone else, and done. I mean, the interesting thing about this entire epilogue is none of the enemies are susceptible to any conditions whatsoever. So and a lot of games do that where they'll make enemies not susceptible to conditions to make them tougher, but then they just have more HP and you have to do melee, and it's just vanilla enemies. Another new enemy here. Again, I cannot speak for what they do. From what I understand, if they got their sword up in their hand, they're going to do a harder hitting attack. If they're down, they're going to do a regular attack. But again, I've never been hit by them, so I do not know. Just send Jean and Hero after them, and then clean out the mirrors. And there is one more enemy type, and they're not on this floor. There are no treasures in this dungeon. Unfortunately, and I'm trying to go like the straightest route. I'm not actually trying to go out of my way to fight everything. Unfortunately, the way everything is positioned in this dungeon, you kind of have no choice but to fight everything. So I finally noticed that I haven't rearranged my party back, so let's do that now. All right, floor 2. All the floors are very straightforward. They don't really have dead ends or anything, so I really am going as straight to the next floor as I can. Unfortunately, the game positions the enemies in such a way that you are going to aggro them every time just going the normal route. And as you see, the area is kind of such a corridor for you going across places that you have no way of dodging them. All right, third floor. And I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, the last new enemy is on this floor. Whether or not I show it on this floor or not, as I was editing, I realized I hadn't showed the last new enemy. So I do, yeah, the last new enemy's here. We will show them off in a later battle because I absolutely forgot that I needed to show that battle. And I remembered it near the end of the dungeon, so we will show that battle a little bit later. But again, it's straightforward where to go. It's just the enemies are right in your way and there's nowhere to dodge. So whether you want to fight all the enemies or not, you're going to. Fourth floor, and you see before I even move, they've already put two enemies right in the way. Alright, 5th floor, and again, enemies just right in the way, no way to dodge them because they're just right there. I could have dodged that one, but I'm like, well, hell, I've already fought everything, I might as well. I think it's on this floor that I actually face the last of the enemies in this dungeon. Here it is, the Bomb Angel. If they're glowing, they're going to do a, I think it's an AoE attack. If they're not, they're going to do a regular attack. Again, I don't know exactly what they do because I don't get hit by them. The battles where you see me healing had mirrors, and that's how many mirrors that you will face in this dungeon. They're almost in every battle. There's very few battles that they're not in, and the ones that they're not in, I'm just like, okay, I don't have to heal. I did not have to worry about replenishing Ronfar's MP. In fact, if you really want to just go all out and use everyone's skills throughout this dungeon, go ahead. The only person you need to worry about conserving anything on is Hero. Okay, I believe this is the final floor before we get to the top. Again, as I stated earlier, the only character that matters for the end is Hero. You will not. The final battle of the game is a one-on-one battle with the boss and Hero. No one else will participate, so their setup, their MP, their HP is not going to matter. They just matter for getting you there. And we're going to do a special setup for Hero on that battle. In fact, I think we are at the end, I believe. So let's get Hero set up now. So the main thing we want to do is we want to give Hero a heal ring, and we want to give him the Fiend ring. We want to take off the Gale crest and give him a Warrior crest. So I need to take one off someone. Jean's fine because she's not going to fight with us anymore. That last fight we did is our last fight with our party members. So say goodbye to everyone else. When we get up here, we're going to have a conversation with the Star Dragon, who kind of mocks us and says, turn away, you are not going to be allowed to go to the Blue Star. Hero's just basically like, hey, I killed Ronfar for Lucia, I'll kill you too, and then we're going to have a one-on-one battle. With the setup we have, you cannot lose. Alright, final boss time, the Star Guardian. First step, use a passion fruit to get heroes' health to 1, or to max. Now, with the Althena ring, Gale Crest, and Heal ring, and the Fiend ring on, you will out-heal any damage this boss gives you. So you do not even need to heal. Just triple sword him until he dies from it. Congratulations! You have just completed Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Remastered. The Star Dragon will now allow you to go up. We're going to get 2 anime cutscenes that you cannot unlock on the Rememberizer. So if you actually want to watch all the anime cutscenes, you want to make a save after the Star Dragon stops talking, you can watch all the cutscenes in the Rememberizer and then move forward for your final 2 anime cutscenes, and there you have all the scenes in the game. So move forward when you're ready, and we will be in a chamber that looks very similar to where we first saw Lucia. And we're going to say goodbye to our party. And I like the way that they did this. This is the first anime cutscene. Instead of it being like third person, everyone saying goodbye to Hero, each character is looking towards you.
Hero, it seems the time has come for us to part ways, but this time we do so as friends. While you are seeking out your future with Lucia and the Blue Star, I shall be wandering this land in search of my own destiny. Well, good luck.
You know, up until now, I thought I was the biggest gambler on Lunar, but it's you. I have no idea what lies ahead of you on this journey, but I have no doubt that you'll manage to win it all in the end. So I'm betting it all on you. Well, that's my little pep talk. Take care.
Hero, this is extremely dangerous. I wish you could just stay here with me, but I guess that wouldn't really be fair to either you or Lucia. But then, I think you leaving isn't really fair to me either.
Some of what Ruby says really is true, Hero, you know? But then I'm sure you'll make it back to Lucia just fine. I know you can do whatever you set your heart to, so get out of here before I cry. Go! I mean it.
Jeez. I'm mega bad at saying goodbye like this. But this isn't like one of those final forever goodbyes, now is it? You're just going to pick up a friend, right? Oh, who am I kidding? Hero, just stay safe.
And then the game will automatically have, well, no, you have to walk up to the crystal. And once you interact with the crystal, game over. Sit back and enjoy your ending. So I hope you enjoyed my walkthrough of Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete Remastered on the PS4. I will say that while the game tries to make this out like a happy ending, if you really think about it, it's not. Hero is now stuck on the blue star. There is no food. The only thing he's going to have for water is to just grab some of the snow and eat it. But he's going to starve to death unless Lucia has some way to mitigate his hunger. So, Hero, you better get to mating because you ain't going to be around for more than a few weeks. So yeah, if you really think about it, this was not a happy ending. They make it sound like Hero and Lucia are never returning to Lunar. So now he is stuck there with only Lucia. And you may think that's a great thing, but you know how couples are. Eventually you're going to grate on each other's nerves. There ain't nobody else for you to talk to. He's going to go crazy. He's going to go hungry. There's no food there. There is no life there. Yeah, it's showing grass is starting to grow, but as the Star Dragon says, life is still going to take many years before the blue star is habitable. So, yeah, I guess they're trying to make it seem like, yeah, Lunar's going to have life and the blue star is going to have life, and all the life on the blue star is descendant of Hero and Lucia. But if we talk biology, Hero's not going to live that long because he's going to starve to death. Lucia's going to be devastated because she's going to watch Hero waste away because there is no food. This is not the happy ending that they're trying to make it seem. This is actually a horrible, horrible ending. The happy ending would have been if Lucia hadn't gone back to the blue star. So sadly, Lucia damned her lover to a horrible death because she was selfish. But anyway, I wonder if there was a plan to do a Lunar 3, but the same guy who created Grandia also created the Lunar series, and I know at some point after the final Grandia and Lunar games came out, he passed away. So there's probably... And the one attempt that a company did at doing a new Lunar game is considered by many to be one of the worst RPGs ever. Because they did stupid decisions like, you lose health by running on towns. So you went at a snail's pace. So there's probably never going to be another Lunar game. But that is it for Lunar Eternal Blue Remastered. That is the platinum for both Lunar games. And if you have enjoyed this walkthrough, drop a like. Feel free to subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next walkthrough.